Hello again and welcome back to Cruise1st TV. Now, lots of people come here thinking that all we talk about is the cruise itself. But we also have an incredible tours team working day and night behind the scenes at Cruise1st, putting together unforgettable experiences around the world, hooking them up with a cruise and then making an unforgettable holiday package. From South African safaris to journeys across the Canadian Rockies, visiting the snow monkeys of Japan to taking in the sights and sounds of India's Golden Triangle. Now, this time we're taking you on another of nature's wonders, the incredible and spectacular Iguazu Falls National Park, where Brazil meets Argentina. Now, this stunning 27-night holiday for next March includes fully guided tours of both Rio de Janeiro and Buenos Aires, the mighty falls themselves, and so much more. Now, we've teamed our tour up with an MSC cruise on the Grandiosa, bringing you back to the Med from Brazil via the Canaries, Spain and Italy, finishing in Rome. So let's begin then, shall we? It's the 30th of March for next year and we're flying first to Buenos Aires in Argentina. And the first part of this holiday is an exciting 6-night fully escorted tour. And here's Mark with just some of the highlights.
Welcome to Argentina and the capital Buenos Aires, where you'll begin this amazing adventure with an overnight stay. Here you'll take a guided city tour to discover the full beauty of this vibrant historic city, including the stunning National Congress and May Square, plus the House of Government, the Metropolitan Cathedral and one of opera's wonders of the world, the Colón Theatre. You'll go on to visit the traditional neighborhood of San Telmo to experience its magical atmosphere that will feel like you're going back in time. You'll stop at La Boca, famous for its picturesque and colorful architecture, and then continue towards Palermo before finally visiting La Recoleta, one of the most exclusive neighborhoods in the city. That evening, you'll enjoy dinner and a fabulous tango show. On day 3, you'll fly to Iguazu, where you'll spend 2 days discovering one of the 7 wonders of nature, the breathtaking Iguazu Falls, where you'll be mesmerized. You'll first journey to the Brazilian side of the falls to see the mammoth series of 275 waterfalls cascading over the precipice almost 2 miles wide and 250 feet deep. Walk into Devil's Throat Canyon, where the clouds of mist, thundering roar, and 180-degree rainbows surround you. And the exploration continues on day 4 with an escorted tour of the Argentinian waterfalls, including an excursion through the Iguazu National Park on board an open-air ecological jungle train through the rainforest. You'll get the chance to enjoy an intimate encounter with the waterfalls and enchanting corners of the jungle before arriving at the Devil's Throat, the most imposing and beautiful fall. After a truly unforgettable experience at Iguazu, you'll fly to Rio de Janeiro, home to white sand beaches and the world-famous carnival. Here you'll spend an overnight soaking up everything this incredible city has to offer. Your first day will give you time to explore at your own pace. Be sure to check out the famed Leblon, Ipanema and Copacabana beaches, or perhaps take a trip to the historic city of Petropolis to see the former summer palace of Emperor Pedro II. On day 2, you'll take a full-day tour of Rio. Here you'll have the opportunity to visit the most iconic attractions, starting with the Sugarloaf Mountain, some 396 meters above sea level. It offers panoramic views of the Lime, Copacabana and downtown districts. You'll then visit one of the new 7 wonders of the world and Rio's most visited tourist hotspot, Christ the Redeemer at Mount Corcovado. Then you'll get to see the spectacular statue up close and personal, whilst also taking in the most impressive panoramic views of the city. It's a truly spectacular, cultural-rich tour that sees you taking in some magnificent sights, from Buenos Aires to the fabulous Iguazu Falls and on to incredible Rio de Janeiro.
Ah, my word. Thank you so much, Mark, for taking us through that. Wow. Every element of that just looks spectacular, doesn't it? It looks like somewhere you might never have thought of in terms of your holiday horizons before. but that escorted tour showing you just so much. I mean, I don't know about you, you could literally just sit me on a deck chair in front of the Iguazu Falls and I'll be happy to watch for days on end. I don't need anything else, but there is so much more there. And that's really just part one of the story, because now we have the cruise, and this is 3 weeks of fabulous cruise on MSC Grandiosa. And of course, we're joining in Rio, and we've got a 3-week cruise ahead of us. Well, Grandiosa, as the name sounds, of course, all of the MSC ships have these wonderful, grand Italian names. And I tell you what, what's inside the ship really lives up to that as well, because you can see how inside it just feels like this wonderful mix of Italian glamour, this kind of champagne lifestyle kind of decor, and it is absolutely incredible. You will be wowed by the service. You'll be wowed by the sheer size and spectacle of the ship. You'll also love the specialty dining, because yes, it's a cover charge. Yes, it's a treat, but it really is a treat. It's far beyond. And actually, considering what you pay for specialty dining on board MSC, what you get back for that in terms of the upscale quality of what's being offered, things like teppanyaki, steakhouse, far different price tags than you would pay if you were in equivalent restaurants, to be honest, and you come away wowed. But listen, if you go main dining all the way through your cruise, whether you go to the buffet or the main restaurants, you will come out of that cruise thinking that was spectacular. Everything about that was brilliant. There were wonderful places to be. There was plenty of room, wonderful balance of pools, entertainment, things to do. And of course, a trip like this is about the amazing destinations. And we've got 3 weeks of cruising. Now, we're cruising out of Rio, and our first port is Buenos, which is beautiful. Little small fishing village on the coast of Brazil. It's beautiful. Really, really spectacular. A day at sea, and now we're in Salvador, which is just beautiful. There's the Casa de Carnival here as well, where you can learn all about the history of the famous carnival there. Day at sea into Maceo, Gunga Beach. That's the place that's really popular with the locals here. You can see it on that top picture there. Looks incredible. Few days at sea, and here we are in the Canary Islands in wonderful Gran Canaria. Now, you'll love Las Palmas. There's some great shopping there. Just some lovely places to enjoy the sunshine, and you can do that pretty much right the way across the Canaries at any time of the year. We're in Lanzarote next, which is wonderful, lovely black sand beaches there. And then we've got a day at sea, and we're nipping into Morocco, into Tangier, where you can go and explore the Cave of Hercules if you so choose, or take a camel ride. Maybe. Malaga next, in the south of Spain. Wonderful. Get up to Granada and the Alhambra Palace. It's one of the greatest things to do. It's lovely up there. Then we've got a day at sea into Valencia. Of course, here we're enjoying the wonders of southern Spain. So for you, that might just be a beach or one of the historical sites if you want to. Next, we're in France, in Marseille. Always a very, very popular port. Of course, wonderful buildings there to enjoy, and lots of excursions too down there in France. Next, we're in Italy, into Genoa. Lots of people, of course, head straight to Portofino here. It will be the most popular excursion, I guarantee, to Portofino. Then into the port for Rome, Civitavecchia. Vatican City, I would highly recommend. Or just throw some coins into the Trevi Fountain. Why not? Because it's got to be done. And then, of course, from Rome is where we fly back to the UK. This is an unbelievable, wonderful holiday. Let me tell you, if you think about it, you have been here, there and everywhere over your 27 nights. So this is most of April. You're booked out and you are away enjoying these wonderful places around the world, and of course having the escorted tour in Rio and Buenos Aires and seeing those wonderful Iguazu falls. You lucky people. Incredible. So let me just sum up what's included in the price that I'm about to give you, because there's a heck of a lot of value here as well. And we've made all the arrangements, by the way, so you don't need to worry about a thing. We have made all the travel arrangements for you, all of the connections and everything else. And we've put it together as one, because we're ABTA bonded and ATOL protected. That protects the whole thing. So anything happens, it's on us, you talk to us, we sort it. Simple as that, without a booking fee. So the flight from the UK to Buenos Aires included here. That wonderful 6-night tour of the Iguazu Falls, the city tours of Buenos Aires and Rio de Janeiro, all included in the price there as well. That includes the accommodation, of course. Then we've got the 21-night cruise on MSC Grandiosa. Now that has the gratuities included, and you're cruising from Rio in Brazil through to the Med via wonderful ports in Brazil themselves, the Canary Islands and around the Med, which is beautiful. We end the cruise in Rome and include the flight back to the UK from Rome. Deposit today to get this price I'm about to give you locked in is just £199 each today, which is really quite incredible. And this is one of those far from the madding crowd holidays that, look at that. Now, to know that that is end-to-end you going around the world, or these parts of it, is stunning, isn't it, really? No booking fee on top of that. We've sorted the flights, we've sorted the escorted tour and its accommodation, of course, and then your 3 weeks of cruising, which is full board, remember, as well. So much included in the cruise price itself. Now, at the end of this holiday, of course, we end in Rome. We've started somewhere completely and utterly different, but we end in Rome. So if you wanted to add a couple of nights in a hotel in Rome at the end of the cruise, just talk to the team. We can tailor this package as much as you want to as well. And if you want to upgrade in terms of the cruise, so your cabin on board MSC Grandiosa, we'll have a quick look at the prices for that then. Bear in mind, 21 nights of cruising. There's quite a few different ways you could tailor this offer, actually, if you wanted to, which would be rather nice. I mean, if you wanted to, when you first fly out to Buenos Aires in Argentina, you could have a couple of nights in a hotel just there, just to kind of acclimatise and spend some time and do a little bit of exploring before you take your escorted tour. That we could very, very happily arrange for you as well. And of course, at the end of the cruise, nights in Rome. And if on the way home you wanted to go somewhere else for a couple of nights on the way back, of course, we can make that happen for you. Well, that's the joy of what we can do here at Cruise1st. It's not just cruise from A to B. Yes, we can book you a cruise from A to B, no problem, all day long. On the website, thousands of opportunities to be able to do that. But it's really, really nice to actually put an experience together that you couldn't do via a cruise and then team that up with a cruise, because that kind of gives you the best of everything. And it doesn't, as you can see here, it doesn't have to cost tens of thousands of pounds to have these big, big experiences. And we do lots like this as well. We team up tours and experiences with cruises with all of the major cruise lines. So if you want to go and do Canadian Rockies adventures with Alaska Cruises, we can do that for you. If you want to do, Emirates cruises and then team that up with the Golden Triangle in India, we can do that for you as well. It's well worth, two things are well worth doing. Having a look across our website, and secondly, make sure you sign up to our brochures as well to have those sent to you, because what that does, it gives you great ideas of new tours that are coming up around the world, and it gives you the very, very latest. If you haven't got one yet delivered to your house, absolutely free, of course, just give us a call right now, get signed up, or you can sign up on the website as well, cruise1st.tv. Once a month, we send you a whole brochure full of various and different ideas that we don't necessarily have time to get here on the screen. Listen, if this is of interest to you, speak to the team right now. Remember, you can talk to us 7 days a week as well. And please stay right where you are, because I know that there are so many more brilliant cruise ideas on the way from us. See you later.